So just remember, even if it's an extremely painful path to success in this market, this too will pass. Focus on utility, diversify, and do not just put all of your eggs in one basket. What's up guys, Kevin Cage here with another crypto update. Hope everybody's having an amazing day. And just 1 hour ago, we got this breaking news from James Filan. So breaking news, Judge Torres overrules the SEC's objections and orders the SEC to turn over the Hinman documents. Now Moon Lambo has an interesting point, as you can see right here. John E. Deaton, do you still think this would start the 90-day timer for the SEC and Ripple to reach settlement? And this is what he's referencing, this tweet by John Deaton. John says, great question. I said I believe the case would settle within 90 days from Judge Torres affirming Judge Netburn's decision. I still stand by that. However, I didn't really consider Ripple insisting on summary judgment without the emails and documents. In hindsight, it makes sense. So I know settlement coming sooner than later would be absolutely awesome. And looking at the XRP price chart, we can see we're at 48 cents, up almost 9%, 8.8% currently. And I think it was just from that good news that just came out about an hour ago. And keep in mind, the XRP price is still going to be volatile. There's still going to be plenty of opportunity where there is volatility. Remember, during the winter solstice around December 21st, December 22nd, the SEC announced that they're coming after Ripple. And even around the 20th, 22nd, we dropped 70%, all the way down to about 17 cents. Now remember, the SEC did this, and Jay Clayton did this in his last day in office before leaving, knowing that the bull run was officially starting for Bitcoin and Ethereum. He did whatever he could to throw XRP under the bus. So after about a 70% drop, from 17 cents, XRP still went as high as about $1.96, so still a 1000% move from the low. So whether or not you believe that we have to wait for official settlement for XRP to get actual clarity as a digital asset, there's still going to be huge opportunities within the market. Now looking back at the XRP price chart, we can see the 200-day moving average. This red line was serving as resistance. We had that wick, hit it perfectly before we had that crash. Then a low and a lower low. We consolidated and then broke out of this range, hitting the 200-day moving average, this red line, and now back above this level. Now QNT was very aggressive. It did a strong V-shaped recovery. XRP actually ranged sideways for quite some time before getting the pop. And as we can see, the XRP price chart is doing the same thing that QNT did 2 months ago. And using the exact same thing on the QNT price chart for that March-April high as the swing high, we can see wick to wick, we are sitting dead center on the 786 Fibonacci retracement. So for XRP, we've hit the 382 Fibonacci retracement thus far, drawing the same type of Fibonacci that we've used for a variety of assets. We know that Atom, Curve, DAG, Ultra, Energy Web, API3, Matic, Uniswap, Ethereum Classic, a variety have hit this level, if not higher. Now comparing different levels, I've been making this bet for about 3 months with Algorand. I know it's been a long, boring journey, but as we can see, XRP came and hit that double bottom. If you were looking at similar levels, you would see this triple bottom at about 68 cents. You can see that's a key level along with here right there, close to another double bottom. And to be even more conservative, you could also look at this multi-year key level, which is approximately 50 cents to 52 cents. So let's turn the lights on and let's actually just map out the 52 cent mark really quick, like right around that level. And let's edit that. And looking at that, you can see this was respected even before the March 2020 crash dating back to 2019. And I was actually first buying Algorand when it was listed on Binance US in the fall of 2019, right before we had the mega bull trap and crash to March 2020 all the way to 11 cents. So really quick, zooming in on the ALGO price chart using the March-April high, the same thing I tweeted the other day for Casper, going over the QNT price chart, going over the HBAR price chart, just another one at the very bottom of this range, and ALGO. So just to emphasize a few things, we can see that 50 cent multi-year key level. We know QNT and Ethereum Classic have reached a 786 and QNT is sitting there today. And understand that Algorand, HBAR, QNT, a variety have actually dropped roughly 90% from their previous high around $2.50. And on this exchange, there's actually an all-time high, a liquidity wick that actually took us over $5. So for me, historically, finding bottoms, whether it's a double bottom, whether we form a big old cup and handle like we can see before this cycle, I do believe that ALGO retraces in the future. QNT hit this level and is here today, and the XRP price chart has hit this level thus far. Remember, ALGO is the chosen sponsor for the FIFA World Cup along with their FIFA NFT marketplace, and they have a new CMO hire. They also had a recent Algorand update from 1,200 transactions per second to 6,000 TPS. And they're actually in a position to have tens of thousands of transactions per second in the future. Not to mention quantum resistance, with a finite supply of 10 billion. So I know it's been a really rough year, if not 2 years, depending on when you joined the market. Even if you joined in like March of 21, and maybe you made some money, maybe you saw some opportunity, But for the most part, across the board for the crypto market, we are down. And nothing I share is financial advice, this is just my subjective opinion, but I am choosing assets that focus on utility, solving real problems at scale, that are building dApps. There's going to be new use cases and applications built that I never even thought of. I can tell you right now, in 2013, I wasn't actually thinking about opportunities to invest in the metaverse. I didn't have an understanding of what a non-fungible token was. And now we have all these new words and jargon added to the dictionary because of Web3. There's going to be tons of opportunities. And from a risk to reward perspective, I personally just believe that ALGO is going to come up here in the coming months, and I hope it's sooner than later. I love that XRP got that initial blast, and keep in mind that XRP was around 28 cents. We can see ALGO was at 27 cents as that June low. So I'll remove all these drawings in a minute. I just want to emphasize, yes, I believe that we hit the 200 MA. Hopefully it doesn't come down and that's when we hit it. I do believe that ALGO can get a break in the future. And if you don't believe in it short term, I do believe in ALGO long term for sure. We're talking about quantum resistance partnerships with some of the world's biggest companies, and remember that Algorand is on the DMI symposium with OMFIF, which is roughly a $37 or $43 trillion think tank that focuses on central banking and monetary policy, side by side the largest banks in the world. And Algorand has real pilots with real central banks today. So if I had to make a big bet on which assets would survive and be in the top 10, top 25 in the next 3 to 5 years, I believe that Algorand will be one of them. So basically making a bet that we're going to see ALGO retrace in the coming months. Keep in mind we're down 90%. Other assets have reached higher fib levels, and we're just talking about before the 382 as a backtest on this 50-cent multi-year key level, even back to like 2019 around 52 cents. So for an entry, instead of 30 cents, let's be more conservative and say 32 cents, and we'll do stop price 27 cents right at the lower part of that range. And take profit, we'll do 49 cents right before that 50-cent key level, just to make sure there's liquidity. And if I'm wrong in the short term and Bitcoin goes to 14K or ALGO, goes down to that next previous low level, I can live with that from a risk to reward perspective because I will happily DCA. Our risk to reward ratio is about 3.4. Now, if we ended up following XRP exactly and going all the way up to the 382 like we've had dozens of assets do, let's adjust that take profit to 55 cents. So instead of 49, 55, and watch how this changes. Now our risk to reward is 4.6, which is awesome. And for a buy and hold swing trade setup, I like this. And sometimes you just have to swing the bat in life. And I'm also watching on the weekly time frame for ALGO this S1 pivot right around 54 cents. Also linked right in the top of the YouTube video description, we have iTrustCapital linked below for a crypto IRA, crypto 401k. I first signed up for iTrustCapital in January of 2020 and have a Roth IRA, but you can also create a 401k, a TSP, a 403b, and a variety of different accounts. And the benefit of a Roth IRA, specifically in crypto with asymmetric returns, is that all profits are 100% tax-free, meaning I pay 0% in capital gains. Here was one of my last purchases of XRP on iTrustCapital shortly after the Ripple lawsuit. January 3rd, buying it at 22 cents before we got that big old run up. So this will be linked right in the top of the YouTube video description. If you use the link down below and you fund your account, you also get $100 in free Bitcoin. There are no monthly fees. This platform is 100% free to use, besides a 1% transaction fee if you decide to trade. And I also got confirmation that there will be 5 to 6 new altcoins on this platform by end of year. I know we already have dozens, and 2 of which are 2 alts that I talk about on a regular basis. Next up, looking at the Bitcoin halving clock, I keep saying calculator, we can see we have 538 days left approximately until the next Bitcoin halving. According to this ETA, it is March 21st, 2024. So anywhere between March to even May of 2024 is the next halving, where block rewards get cut in half, which historically has led to a massive bull run 3 different times. So as we scroll down, if you wanted to learn more about the Bitcoin halvings, you can. We can see different Bitcoin halving dates resulting in a big, nice impulse to the upside, as you can see. And the last halving date we had was May 2020, basically beginning the bull run. And what I recommend everybody to do is at least create a free account on TradingView linked in the video description, and go here and type in the ticker is BLX. This is the Brave New Coin Liquid Index, or the Bitcoin Liquid Index. The reason I choose the BLX instead of looking at the Bitcoin price chart on another exchange is so we can see the whole picture. Other exchanges might only have, dating back to 2013. So now looking at this and mapping this out, we're going to show you right here. We have January 3rd, 2009, when Bitcoin was born, the Genesis block, the first block of Bitcoin. Then we had the first Bitcoin halving, November 28th, 2012. And approximately every 4 years, give or take, we can see that there's another Bitcoin halving. So July 9th, 2016, May 11th, 2020, and the next one is approximately March to May 2024. So I added these black vertical lines to map this out. Now we can see historically each cycle is approximately, let's just say 1400 days. So right here we have this purple circle. This was the first Bitcoin halving, resulting in a huge impulse to the upside shortly after. Then a bear market lasting hundreds of days. Then we had the next Bitcoin halving in 2016. Months later, resulting in a huge impulse to the upside. That's when Bitcoin got close to 20K, it was all over the news, then a huge bear market. Now during this bear market, we had a retracement up to the 618 Fibonacci retracement. In this bear market in 2014, we never had a big retracement, it was just a giant cup. Then we had our latest Bitcoin halving, May 2020 right there. As you can see, without a doubt, resulting in a bullish impulse or a bull run shortly after. Now there are thousands of amazing analysts out there. There's no right way, there is just your way. Some people measure cycles by the Bitcoin halving date. Some people are measuring the cycle highs to the cycle lows. Some people are considering the time horizon, getting different averages, and trying our best to calculate the next move. And technical analysis is super subjective. It's a lot like forecasting the weather. Nobody in the world can time everything perfectly. Now, yes, I've seen my fair share of people have amazing success, buying essentially the very bottom and selling like really damn close to the top before. But anybody that says they do that every single time for years is full of it. And anytime I've ever bought like the exact bottom, even like 5% away from the bottom, it was luck. Yes, I use indicators. Yes, I looked at support and resistance, but you're still guessing. So we have some good news and some bad news. The good news is that we are officially more than halfway through until the next Bitcoin halving. So since the last halving, let's just say we are getting close to 900 days deep in this thing. Meaning that if we're set to launch in March like it says, we have less than 600 days until that time. But I do want to emphasize that even in previous cycles, Bitcoin still had a retracement. So right now, everybody's wondering the same thing. We are looking at this low that we've been holding, as low as about 17, 18K right there. Have we found our bottom similar to this level in previous cycles? Are we going to get a retracement? Previous cycles, it was right up to the 618, and a variety of other altcoins did the same thing, even up to like the 382 or 50% retracement. Doing the same thing for Bitcoin using that all-time high. Obviously, we can measure this, and we've gone over this before, especially with the CME gaps. But we also have other cycles where we didn't get a retracement. It was just a long path of pain and multiple drops, finding our bottom, and then boom, finally retracing much later. Really just a large cup, rather than a 618 retracement, then crash below the 236. So history will never be the exact same, but I'm very excited for the future of this space. You could do all types of analysis, looking at previous cycles, crashing, 86, 85%. We could see this cycle crashing, 84%. And if you're super bearish and you think that we're going to follow suit and do the same thing again, which anything is possible, we'd be coming all the way back down to this previous level, right there and right there. Now, is it possible to come all the way back down? Yes. Have we done that before in a previous cycle? No. Does that mean it's impossible? Not at all. Anything is possible. I personally just believe that Bitcoin is finding a bottom right here, and we still have some upside. So I'm personally bullish on the market right here, and a big reason is because the majority are just giving up hope. In the past 1 year, 2 years has been extremely painful. Markets work retail. They work the masses. It's worked me. So when I get tired of the market, I'm just like, man, maybe I should actually become really bullish, because I'm a retail investor. Now, before I show you one more chart, I just want you to remember, BlackRock, $10 trillion, Fidelity, over $4 trillion, Charles Schwab, $8 trillion, Goldman, $2.5 trillion, JP Morgan, $3 trillion. We are talking tens of trillions of dollars in assets under management under the world's leading institutions. Why am I pointing out these institutions? Because all of them are launching crypto trading desks. Remember back in the day when R3 and NASDAQ announced their collaboration right after the March 2020 crash, everybody was so bearish they gave up hope, and that was actually the bottom of the market on institutional grade offerings for digital asset exchanges. London and New York, baby. And fast forward to today, as Bitcoin was creating that low at 17 to 18,000, we had Coinbase selected by BlackRock, providing Aladdin clients access to crypto trading and custody via Coinbase Prime. We have Circle USDC, the US dollar coin, expanding to additional chains. So USDC, US dollar coin, will circulate on a variety of new chains, including Near and Polkadot and even Cosmos. Now is mapping out the Bitcoin halvings on the total market cap of all of crypto. And just remember, 2013, we were below a $1 billion market cap, guys. So let's just say a $1 billion market cap. Almost 10 years ago, we went from 1 billion to 3 trillion at the top. So remember, 1 billion to 1 trillion is a 1000x. we're talking a 3000x climb in this ascending parallel channel with new use cases of dApps, the metaverse, NFTs that impacts every single industry vertical for data and storage, for supply chain management and tracking, logistics, payments, decentralized finance. Is it that crazy to think that a new asset class that went to $3 trillion, fell under $1 trillion, can still climb to $3 trillion, then to 6 to 8 trillion in the coming decade, if not 10 to 20 trillion in the future? I think it's unbelievably possible. I also put the Bitcoin halvings or map them on this chart just to get a view of those impulses afterwards. So just remember, even if it's an extremely painful path to success in this market, just remember this too will pass. Focus on utility, diversify, and do not just put all of your eggs in one basket. Whether we find a bottom and recover like this, or we find our bottom and get a big retracement where alts can rally yet again as an additional opportunity to take profit, get some cash in hand. Because then if we ever go lower, you can potentially double or triple your position. So whether we fall another 50% at the bottom of this channel right here, I mean, we're at, under a $1 trillion market today, man, another 50% drop to like 400, 500 would just be crazy for the crypto market. I personally would be shocked, but living in this macroeconomic environment, I know things are different. It's more complex than it's ever been. So I can't rule that out, but I would like us to hold and let's freaking bounce, because I absolutely believe we'll hold this channel and we're going to be out here in the next few years. In the trillions. And the altcoins that survive in the top 10, the top 50 will have huge market caps. But anyways, hope you guys enjoyed. If you enjoyed this video, I'd greatly appreciate hitting the like button and subscribing. Let me know your thoughts down below. And as always, my link tree is linked right in the top of this YouTube video description with all links, crypto resources, and discounts. I'll catch you in the next one.